last time you were here on this podcast,
Yeah.
I was asking you about real estate in Canada.
Yeah.
And I said, and you said there's so much immigration here that the real estate is like solely depends on that immigration because they rent like me, like I'm renting this apartment and all of that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so the only thing to actually affect the real estate market significantly in Canada or specifically in Ontario would be the black swan of decreased immigration.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, in 2 months, that black swan happened, and we actually discussed that. So that being said, what do you think is happening right now? Because we're still restricted with Canada; no one can come in here.
So I just heard the news. They've started the express entry process again.
Didn't they always had it? Like they didn't
No,
stop?
they had stopped
They
it
just
for the
didn't let
past
anyone in.
three months. That was closed because there's no point in having an express entry if people can't come from outside, right? So now they've put out the pool again, and they've started the express entry. So it's still Canada. The immigration is still gonna happen, but it's
But those who received express entry, whatever invitations, are they getting into Canada right now? They're not letting in. They're not being let in.
so they've put out the invitation right now. So right now no one's coming in, but the invitation's out. So the process has started again, which had stopped for the past 3 or 4 months. Before, only people inside Canada were allowed to apply in for the past 3 months who had Canadian experience class. But now people from outside can also, like, that process has resumed again. So that's happening. But again, with the property market, I feel that it's it is there's going to be a impact, and the impact you've already seeing. Like, never before in the past 5 years have apartments or condos or houses been going below their asking price. But they have started now. And the areas like Yonge and Eglinton and all those areas which are so expensive,
Yeah.
they're seeing the maximum impact of that. And there's some even in the renting market, people are giving out 1 month's rent free, like if you sign a contract and all of those
Damn.
things, which you like people are fighting for getting a apartment for rent. They used to be like 10 people. Now it's surprisingly it's a renter's market right now.
Is that like an anecdotal, or you're reading about this somewhere? Like, how do you know
It's
about this?
no, it's I've read about all of this, and just seeing, just keeping your eyes open, because I go around the city sometimes, like while doing, I also do like something on the side, like I deliver food. So I see all those areas, I see the ads and everything, and just things on the street. Things are so different now. uh like never before. I've been in Canada for the past 4 to 5 years. I had never seen anyone before, just when you're stopped on the signal, uh, trying to wash your car.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and because they want money,
So
and
there's someone like tries to wash your car for money
yeah,
on a stop sign.
on stop signs, and that has happened to me 3 times in 3 days, and never had I seen it before. So something, the impact is there, and I know this might just be a very generic, but it's an observation, and things are changing. You're seeing a lot more of people on the streets asking for food, money than before, even in a place like Canada, like, which is very surprising.
Yeah, I thought there was some sort of payouts for people who lost their income or something
There
like
is a
that.
payout, but there's still some people who don't have access to it, and those people on the streets are a good example. I don't know how that's happening, but again, it's not reaching. I don't think it's reaching everyone. So yeah, that's a case. And with the property market you were mentioning,
I'm hearing that there's like a lot of people are actually defaulting on their how do you call them,
on their mortgage
on their
payments.
mortgage payments.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's another thing that's kind of trickling down as well, and because they're defaulting, like the actually I don't know how, I know how America works, but I'm not sure how Canada works with when the like when you default on your mortgage. Does the bank actually take this away, or it goes to like an auction? Like what's happening?
I can't be sure,
I mean,
but
not
it's
not like right away. They're probably
either of
working
those
it
two.
out.
Yeah, they would try to work something out.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
But yeah, so again, you will see once these benefits run out, you're gonna see a lot more, because people who own the house, they would want some cash, and the easiest way to get cash would be to sell the property or the condo. So you'll see a lot more condos or houses on the market, and all those investors. So because in Toronto, a lot of these condos, apartments, they're owned by foreign investors who
Right.
don't live here,
Right.
and in due time they will need some liquidity with them because everything is going down, economy is in a bad shape
Mm-hmm.
worldwide, China, America.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of those people would want to sell these apartments because they're still at a good price and you'll see a larger supply, and that's
So
how
that means the price will go
the
down.
price will go down. And I assume after 1 year would be a fantastic time to buy something.
You think?
Yeah, that's what I'm aiming myself.
Mm-hmm.
After 1 year, I want to get a condo for myself too.
I was looking into like the possibility of maybe in the future purchase a condo and everything, and then I
Yeah.
and I learned about the condo maintenance fee or whatever they call them.
Oh yeah.
Man, the average fee here per month is like 400, $500 straight cash. You just give them.
It's a
I mean,
dollar per square foot mostly,
yeah,
and in some apartments it's good. It helps because they cover your heating, cooling, and
true,
parking.
true,
But in some apartments it's just a rip off. They don't provide anything, and I've
right.
seen places which have $600 to $700 per month,
Hmm.
and they have no amenities.
Right, and so I looked at this and I was like, damn, like so I calculated everything. I
Mm,
downloaded a bunch of or whatever, found a bunch of calculators and all of that. I was just like, wow, like it's definitely something that you really need to think about. It's not you just like it's not like a house that you just buy and you're like, okay, there's a tax
yeah.
and whatever.
But
So
you're
the
also paying a property tax over the condo fee as
plus
well.
the property tax on
Yes,
the condo. So
exactly.
all of that needs to be like applied. And I was like, well, here I am renting this condo
Yeah.
for $2,100. I'm
Hmm.
renting this one. And I was like, well, if I actually bought this condo like this, it would cost me probably in the range, well, I don't know, like 2,500, 2,600 per month or something like that, just to pay out the down payment and then your taxes and then another time the mortgage, the taxes, and then the condo fees,
Yeah.
plus like the whole utils, plus like it's kind of like adds up. And I'm like, okay, so you really need to time the market, I guess, or try it at least to attempt, and you really have to make sure that your finances are in order if you would like to invest in something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not saying like I lost my ambition to get into real estate, but I'm saying like, okay, there's more to it than just like you buy and you don't rent.
Have to be patient. Just
Yeah.
so I assume after 1 year would be a good time to get into
Hmm.
the market.
Hmm.
And yeah, when the prices are not so ridiculously expensive.
Right. I was just thinking, I was talking to about someone with that, about that. Is that I don't think. Do you think we're past the crisis point, the low point? We bottomed out on economy. Do you think we're going up
No,
now?
no, the bottom is yet to come on the economy.
I
We
think
we've
so too.
not even scraped the surface of the economy.
Right.
Things are gonna get worse. There are gonna be some major losers as part of the company. Like what
You think?
companies fail? Yeah, there's a lot of companies are gonna fail. But
Hmm.
again, every crisis is an opportunity for some people, and
Hmm.
you'll see a lot of companies which do well, and you'll see new leaders in the market.
Hmm.
And so this, as I said, this is a very monumental. This year, 2020,
Hmm.
is a year of major change. Not just coronavirus, just geopolitically, everything, like the world order is changing, and it's
Hmm.
changing fast. And I would even compare 2020 to 1945 or some other major years when
Hmm.
major changes happened.
Happened in 2008, like as well with the business industry. Like there was a major renaissance in the Silicon Valley, with the
Mm.
startups and all of that. They kind of digitized everything, and I feel like
Yeah.
this will, I guess, affect a lot of. It will affect the way how businesses work, like the merchant businesses,
Mm.
the mom and pop shops, the brick and mortar stores. I feel like the restaurants, for example.
Yeah.
I do see in Toronto they're trying to put up patios instead of on Queen Street. I don't know if you saw that,
Hmm.
but now they just block half of Queen Street and then they put tables on it so that we have like the restaurants have patios. I'm like, well, that's nice, but like, okay, it will give you like 2 months of profit, a little bit, or
Not even profit.
not even profit, but
Those
you
guys are just
make it
trying
up.
to stay alive.
Exactly, and it's
A
kind of
lo-
sad because I
yeah.
I know that it's not gonna make them much, especially like I would understand in California, but like in Toronto, where it's like it's gonna be winter in 2 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think people will reimagine the way how bars and restaurants are working, the hospitality system.
No, no, we will have in-house dining again,
Hmm.
and as soon as phase 3 happens, probably in the next couple of weeks, It's already happened
What do you
out.
mean phase three?
Phase 3, you will.
Aren't we in phase five right now?
We're in phase 2 right now in Toronto.
I thought we like phase five.
No, phase 3
Jesus
is
Christ.
outside Toronto, Peel and Windsor region. That's
Uh
phase 3.
huh.
And in phase 3, gyms can open. You can have in-house dining, but that
Mm.
doesn't mean you have
What's
to.
an in-house dining though? I thought it's just eating at home.
No, in-house dining is like you can go into the restaurant and
Oh,
eat
like
food.
inside.
Yeah,
Okay, okay, got it.
yeah, yeah. So, so that's gonna start happening in Toronto in the next couple of weeks, which is gonna give them some respite. But man, like the bars, restaurant, the hospitality industry is hurting. Like they're hurting bad, and
Hmm.
a lot of them have closed down, and a lot more will close down. And if things keep up, you'll only be seeing just major chains remaining. All those standalone chains, restaurants will just, they can't survive.
Yeah.